Good evening. Good evening. Welcome to Transitioning into Wholeness. I'm your host, Algerina Pringle, and today we have a special guest, none other than Mr. Levi Pringle. Now, give me 1 second. I want to share and tag on this post real quick. And there we have it. I have a special guest, Levi Pringle. Welcome, Levi.
Hey, how you doing, man? How you?
So, Levi is my husband, as many of you know. So I appreciate him taking the time out and sharing his story here with me. This is the first time this story been told. He never told this story. He don't talk about it. Because there's some stuff we go through in our life that sometimes we just want to tuck it under. We hate to bring it back up because when we talk about it, it's like we reliving that thing. But I thank God that He has given Levi now the courage to step up and speak on it. Because we know everything that we go through is to help somebody else. And I hope we encourage somebody else tonight that face these trials and my comments up. That face these trials and still push through whatever it is that they go through. Today our topic is beating the odds. And when we're talking about beating the odds is to succeed despite of not having a good chance at succeeding. The phrase against the odds refers to achieving something or succeeding in a situation where the likelihood of success was considered very low. It implies overcoming significant challenges, obstacles, and unfavorable circumstances to reach a desired outcome. So tonight we'll be discussing, I'm going to let Levi tell y'all a little bit about himself, where he grew up from, his town. Levi,
Yeah,
welcome.
welcome. My name is Levi Pringle. I was born and raised Pinewood, South Carolina, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about my livelihood growing up in Pinewood. A single parent mom had a grandmother and one aunt, and we just try to live. And like I say, it was kind of hard sometimes. You didn't have everything what everybody else had, but we managed. Uh, my mom, she did the best she could.
Amen.
In spite of I didn't have a father, around, but she did
Right.
the best that she could.
Mm-hmm.
We had some tough times. Sometimes it got hard. We go to family members or friends, stay with them a little while, go back to everything, got cleared, get a little bit better in life a little bit. And it started getting a little harder. My mom used to smoke Newport cigarettes. She used to smoke, and she used to drink. The drinking took a toll on her a little while. Um, Real bad, really, real bad. But we pulled through a little bit, and it's keep getting worse. Um, you know, and we end up separating.
Okay.
And did
So when growing up as a young boy in Pinewood, how was that experience as far as, the community?
Oh, it was fine. Everybody didn't have much, but everybody pulled together. That friends and family pulled together. But sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it was hard that time. But we pulled together to manage it. She just couldn't handle it anymore. Uh, that one.
So what was happening behind the closed doors that neighbors. Y'all was real close with y'all neighbor. Y'all had neighbors and stuff that y'all
Yeah.
could. So was your neighbors family or was it
Just friends.
just friends? Okay.
Just friends.
So what was going on behind the closed doors that the neighbors or families didn't know about until things
Uh,
started getting worse?
Mom, like I said, she had a little drinking problem, and when she started drinking, she's not the same.
Hmm.
Attitude change, and she loved to want to fight. When she started drinking, she wanted to fight. She tried to take that on us. Whatever she was drinking, she tried to take the blame on us, and it was hard. It was hard. We did the best we could. Like I said, we went to family members or friends' house to get away, but it's starting to get worse.
Who had to get away?
We did. Me, my aunt, and my grandmother.
So y'all was trying to get away from your mother during
Yes,
that
when we
time.
started drinking. Yes,
Okay. So
yes.
what led your mother to the heavy drinking?
I think the heavy drinking because she was trying to provide for us, me, my mom, and my aunt, and it just take a toll.
Hmm.
You got one single mom trying to do it all for the family. It's hard. It is very hard when you don't have nobody else. It's hard,
Hmm.
very hard.
So you say when you was in elementary school, what school you went to in elementary for?
I I went to Manchester Middle School from preschool up to about fifth grade.
And during that time, when you got in between the fourth and fifth grade, that's when the separation took place.
That's when separation came. When I got in fifth grade, separation came.
So what led up into y'all being into the foster care system?
I think I think someone, DSS got involved. I don't know, somebody called, but they got involved and ended up separating us from there. Each other. We got separated from each other.
So we're gonna go back to the night of the separation. So just take a minute, and the night that all this took place, what happened that night?
Oh, that night my mom was drinking and it just got out of hand and next thing we know the cop came and DSS came and separated us that night.
Did she get physical with? Was she physical
Yeah,
with
she
y'all?
she was just try to get just love to fight. So whoever she could have grabbed, she would have tried to fight him. So we stick together and we didn't let that happen. We just try to move and leave and stuff like that. And she'll try to come behind us and stuff like that. It just got out of hand.
So how did
And
that made you feel as a young boy, dealing with a parent, your one and only parent, that you know of during that time, because your father wasn't present. Where was your father during that time?
not around.
Not around.
Not
So how
around.
did that made you feel as a young?
It felt bad because you look at your family members or you look at your friends. They got mom and dad in life, or they got the mom. They're doing good, and you struggling. You want to have what they have, but you don't, and it came real hard and sad. Some days you be like, I don't want to live no more. Why I'm living this way? It just a lot of thoughts come in your mind as a young child, and you see other kids have it, family members, their kids have it, and you don't. It was hard. It was hard.
Oh, okay. Um. So the night that y'all got separated from each other, it was
Mhm.
you, your aunt, and your grandmother.
Yes.
When y'all went to when DSS arrived on the scene, they separate y'all. Did you get placed in a home on that night, or you went into like a shelter type home?
No, I went to a foster care temporary spot for that night.
And how did the temporary spots work while you're in the foster care system?
Someone, like a couple or whatever, whoever in foster care that want to get a foster child for the time being for a short period of time. You go to they go to their house or whatever, and they got to be licensed and stuff that to get you in for them to apply for foster care.
Right.
Hmm.
So, I got a question here. What was mom's background like? What did you think drove her to drinking? And that's what you said as far as, struggling, trying to
Struggling.
provide. Like what was the generational like and learned behavior? When you're talking about generational, you talking about previous, did y'all have a relationship with other family members outside
Yes,
of,
yes, so we did.
how was your relationship with your other family members
It was good. It was good,
outside of
but
the household?
family stay out of family business. That's how it was. They know what's going on, but they stay out of it. They stay out of it.
So they know what was going on. Nobody step up to the plate. Um,
I
how did
mean,
that make you feel?
they know what was going on. Some of them did, and some of it didn't, because we didn't discuss that. They know something was going on.
Mm-hmm.
We never did mention it to them. We just say we coming to spend the night with you, or we come to spend a couple of days with you, and we left it like that. They never know. They never know.
Right.
Hmm.
So tell us about how your experience was in the once you was placed in the foster care system. Tell us
Our
what was that experience like.
oh oh man, it was kind of hard. You had a strange place, strange people you don't know nothing about. They take you in, say they got a family, so they take you in, and they got kids. The kids think you taking the place of them, some of them, and
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of hard because now they think you taking their place, so they're looking at you all cross-sided like something is wrong. Why are you here taking our place? And it was hard. It divides you between you and their kids. It was a divider.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So the very first night that you was placed in a temporary home, what thoughts was going through your head during that time as a young boy? At this age, you still in elementary school. You in like the fourth or fifth grade.
Hmm.
That you can remember. How did you feel on that night? How did that make you feel on that night? Being that your mom was displaced. Where did your mom end up going? She ended up staying home, or she got
My mom, she ended up
arrested?
staying home. They ended up putting my grandmother in a home and put my auntie in a foster care home.
So all y'all being separated at this point. How did that you can remember? How did that make you feel?
Lonely, depressed, and want to give up.
And this at the age of fourth grade, fifth grade.
Yes.
That's a lot on a young child. So, um, do you think that plays the way you feel then has an effect on you in adulthood?
Yes. A lot.
Why so?
Cause uh um I every now and then it hit me from time to time that I wish my childhood was better than, but I ask God every day, give me health and strength. I want my family back together. That's all I would say. I want my family back together.
So you never blamed your mother?
I did at first. I did for years. For years. I
And
did.
what you used to say? I mean, what kind of how you felt about towards your mother?
I was like I want to disown her.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it got because she, she was the only person that I love at that time. She was my mother, and it hit rock bottom. It really did.
Mm-hmm.
It rock bottom. It did.
Yeah. Tiffany said the little boy and you were dealing with grown feelings and you didn't know how to process it.
Yep.
Um, Sister Tyndall says, did they offer counseling to your family?
No, nope,
No counseling.
no
So
counseling.
the night that you was placed in foster care, or during the time when you went in foster care, did you feel like foster care was the best option for you at that given time during the during because of the circumstances at hand? You thought that was the best solution for you during that time?
No, I thought my family would have stepped up, and
Mm,
no one did. No one did.
mm,
No one did.
wow. How that make you feel knowing that nobody did when they had the opportunity to step up and take y'all in? How did that make you feel?
Lost, ready to give up. Didn't want it. Didn't want life really. Didn't want life. Didn't want life.
So, Sister Tinder said the agency failed you and your family. Um, we got Brother Cleo Powell. The past made you an excellent father. The past made you an excellent father. So, at this age, you was how long? Tell us about the during the time you were in foster care. How long you been in foster care? Well, we ain't going to ask how long you been in foster care. Tell us about the different homes you visit in foster care. You went through how many homes you went?
I went through 6 foster care,
6 homes, six
6 homes,
families.
different homes in about 3 years, 2 to 3
3 years.
years. Yeah,
Tell us about that experience.
some was good, some was bad because everyone was different. Like you say, they have kids, they got other family members. They look at you different. They look at you totally different. They don't think you one of their kids. Some of them. It was hard because now you got to try to blend yourself in like you one of them, and it's not the same. I want to go home. I want to be home with mom and grandmother and auntie, but it wasn't like that.
Um, Sister Divorcee say, do you have a relationship with those family members now?
Some of them, yes. Some of them,
Uh, Thomas asking, did you have to fight a lot in foster care?
some of them,
He
some
says
of them.
some of them. So I know personally dealing with this. This was something that you held on to for a long time. For one, you never speak on it. For two, we can be sitting down watching a movie and it could be the movie going good. We can be halfway through the movie or whatever the case may be, but a scene will come up where they are mistreating the kids or the kids are being placed in the foster care. And you will literally get up and you're in the movie right there. You won't even continue watching it. You will get up and be like, go outside or somewhere. So
Yep,
I know that was something you were still holding on to because you never faced it, even though it wasn't you in the situation, just watching it on TV, you would never continue to finish watching that movie.
you're right.
Every time we watching a movie and a scene like that come up, he will literally get up, go in the other room, or go outside and start fumbling around outside or whatever the case may be. Because it triggered something that you have dealt with.
Yes,
And you see how the kids have been treating on the show, so it's something that you experienced firsthand.
yes, I did.
um Thomas asks what helped you heal from that trauma. um well, that, I guess that'll lead into our next set of questions was coming up. My question was, what was the biggest change for you while in the system? What was the
I
biggest change? Oh, did I lose him? Hold on 1 second, y'all. All right, now. Hold on 1 second. I don't know what happened. Come on. See, that's why come on. Come on. Come on. I had no everything. We got to finish this. Grab the chair. All right, y'all. Sorry for that technical difficulty. I knew that was going to happen, but he's coming right along with me. He got cricket wireless. Thomas, you so silly. No cricket wireless. He has no power. Y'all share since we're on a commercial break. All right. The devil can't stop nothing. Because guess what? He right here in the room with me now. And what? And what? And what? Hey. All right, Levi. So what was the question was, what was the biggest change for you while in the system?
I end up winning foster home family by Mr. and Mrs. Lawson. They had a younger kid there, and I came, and they treated me like I was one of their kids. Uh, they never called me. I ain't foster care. They always called me one of their sons. Their daughter and the brother treated me, called me they brother, and they daughters and sons, they call me their nephew, call me I'm their nephews.
So they treated you just like family.
Yes.
You met the Lawsons. You have been in the foster care system now for 3 years, and the Lawsons took you in.
Yes.
So when the Lawsons took you in, they made you feel feeling that you never felt before.
Yes.
In a long time.
Yes.
How did you feel?
Happy. I feel like a burden that I was carrying left.
Mm.
Left. All the all the feeling that I had that wanted to give up left. Almost whole again.
Because these people took the time out to embrace you. They took the time out to show you love. They took the time out to make you feel that you were important, that you were worthy, that you were somebody.
Yes.
And to this day, you still, Miss Lawson has passed away. Her husband passed away, but your sister Joanne, she's still living. Your brother, Mr. Charlie, he's still living. And y'all still stay in contact to this day.
Yes.
That's a blessing. So tell us about the experience once you met the Losses and they took you in. You was the first one they took in. Tell us how God worked through them to restore your family.
Yeah, they took me in, like I say, and maybe a year or so, they found my grandmother. She was in a home down in Manning, South Carolina. They was working with DSS. They ended up finding her. They took her in. So they took her in.
So now you and your grandma together.
Yes.
Ooh, and I know you love your grandma. Everybody love the grandma.
Yes.
Now you and your grandma together. How did that make you feel?
It felt wonderful. Wonderful.
Tiffany said, wow, as a child, he felt and knows what wholeness should be. Thomas says, powerful testimony. Tamika says, we missed you when you left Pinewood. So now that your grandma is under the same roof as you, What happened there?
Then,
Because now not only you and your grandma together.
and up a year or two went by, they found my mother. We connect. We end up. They end up getting her closer to us.
So now you got your grandma, and your mama.
Yes.
Because when you go through the foster care system, they separate you from your mother or whoever the parent is they trying to separate you from, and they don't want you to have no point of contact with them.
No.
Whoever the foster care, that family that takes you in, they're not supposed to have contact with the original parent that they separated you from. But now, through God's grace,
yes,
it's you, your mama, and your grandmama, yes, back with the Lawsons who took you in, now have taken in your grandma and your mother.
Yes.
How did that make you feel?
One big happy family. One big happy family. The load I was carrying as a child left. Left. And when I say left, it left. I was happy. I was happy.
Sister Gwen said, very touching testimony. Tiffany's asking, did you have contact with those years apart? So the years apart, when you and your family were apart, did you have contact with your mom or grandma, anybody?
Not until I got with Miss
Lawson.
With the Lawson family.
Right. So yeah. So the Lawsons. So for the 3 years that he been in foster care, you ain't know where your mother was. You ain't know where your grandmother was. You ain't know where your auntie was. 3 years you never heard from them. 3 years you never seen for them. 3 years you ain't know if they was dead or alive. But when you met the Lawsons, thank God for the Lawsons.
It changed my life. And I was asking God, and He did it. It changed my life.
Wow, that's awesome. So Thomas asking what age he got back with grandma. What age it was when you was with the Lawsons. When you got with the Lawsons, about what age you was? You was a teenager?
Yeah, I was in the 7th grade.
He was in the 7th or 8th grade when he got in contact with when the Lawsons took him in.
Yep.
So he been with the Lawsons for about a year, and then that's when they found his grandmother.
Yep.
And then after they found his grandmother, that's when they found his mother. So now you say it was an auntie.
Yes.
So where's auntie?
They got and found out where she was at. And we saw her once. And now once about 15, maybe 16 years after that, we found her. But she was in a home up north. And you wouldn't let her. We saw her one time, and that was it. One time.
Tiffany says, so y'all was snatched apart and no counseling. My God, powerful. So yeah, your aunt. So to this day, you've been searching for your aunt.
Yes.
What's your aunt name?
Carrie Lee Pringle.
Carrie Lee Pringle. To this day, he haven't made contact with his aunt. He don't know if his aunt is dead or alive. The Lawsons, they've been looking at one point, but they could never find her. So once they got separated, they heard that she was in Colombia at one point, but they never made contact. And right now they just don't know where she's at, or even if she's even
still living alive.
Yes. I know when he told me first about this story years ago, I went online and tried to search for her, but I had no luck looking for her. Tiffany's asking, did your mother stop drinking or it got better after y'all reunited? So yeah, so now you're about to tell us about once y'all reunited, the family got back together, You already said it made you feel good. How was your relationship with your mom being back together again?
It got better. She was drinking, but she stopped. She had to stop. The doctor told her she had to stop or she wouldn't be here anymore. She would let drink till her liver was messed up. And so she had to stop. She stopped and she lived, lost in them. We had her for maybe a year or two, then she moved on her own. She got back on her own. She got sick again, and she ended up moving with me.
So at this time, you old enough, graduated school, old enough, had your own place, working. Was you married?
Yes,
You done got married, and his mom got real sick. So you end up taking your mom in.
I ended up taking her in, and I took care of her. I took care of her.
That's why this man got 9 lives. I'm telling y'all, Levi Pringle got 9 lives. And the reason why he got 9 lives is because he honored his mother. In spite of what happened in the past, in spite of the trauma, everything, you forgave your mother?
I forgive her. I asked God, I forgive her, and He honored that. I forgive her. It took me a while, but when we connected and I got her at the house, I told her, I forgive you, Mom. What you did to me, I forgive you for it. And I asked God, I forgive her for it. I was good.
Yes. He always honored his mom. Yes. And what the Bible tells, the word tells us, honor our mom and our dad, and our days will be long, honey. When I tell you this man got 9 lives, because he shouldn't be sitting right here right now. He shouldn't be sitting here telling this testimony right now. But the grace of God, he is right here and he's able to tell it. And God been waiting for him to tell this testimony. He was holding it, he was sitting on it. He tried to back up out of me, y'all. He tried to back up from telling the story, but I like So a couple weeks ago, I was telling him about another guest that I'm getting in contact, a couple that I get in contact to come on the show, and he gonna be like, "Oh, you can put them in my spot." No, 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 no. We ain't finna do that. Nope. You locked in. You locked in. And then after he got it in there, but I thank God for his courage to push through. But we ain't done yet. So did your so we talked about that, how your past somewhat affected you as an adult. So now you married. Now your mom is staying with you and your mom gets sick. What happened to mom? How she got sick?
Uh,
She had a stroke.
she had a stroke. She had sugar first, and sugar dropped. She went into a stroke. Um, Ended up staying in the hospital for a pretty good while. She ended up coming back home. So now she almost been bed rest because she can't get and do the stuff she want. So I had to wait on her hands and foot. I was on first shift at my job at the time. I asked the job what letting them know what I was going through. Can you change my shift? So they changed my shift from first to third shift. So I can be home all day with her and work at night. That still didn't work. She wouldn't let
Okay.
my ex do anything for her but me. So it put a lot of strain on me. I didn't have any more option but put her in a nursing home. And that been the last thing. When I say the last thing I would want to do, I didn't have any other choice. I had to work and put her in there. She didn't last long. She gave up after that. She gave up maybe a month or two later. She passed away. She gave up after that.
So and that speaks so much volumes. when you talk about how the trauma that you got growing up as a young boy, and now here it is, your mother is sick, and you got to work, you still got to live, but yet she needs 100% of your attention. And your very last results that you tried your best not to even go there is to put her in a nursing home. That speaks so much volumes that in spite of the trauma that you love your mama so dearly. Because I don't think any of us want to put our parent in a nursing home.
Nope.
But sometimes it comes to that point, you just got to do what you got to do. Cleo say, I knew him since the late 80s and didn't know his testimony until about 6 or 7 years ago. Sister Gwen says, thank you, Mr. Levi, for sharing your testimony. Thank God for you. So now that your mom had passed, so now it's just you and your grandma. Your grandma stayed with the Lawsons. You has had your own place. You done married and stuff. You used to go check on your grandma all the time. So now that the character of this man, Sister Kylie says. Okay. So now that you had your mother had passed, we're going to fast forward now, huh? Go ahead. You got something to say?
Yes. After Miss Lawson, Mr. and Mr. Lawson had her, she ended up went to my sister's house because mom and dad, Miss Lawson, them was getting up in age, so she ended up going to my sister's house. And my sister had my grandmother until she passed. So it was a family unit that had us and loved us just like we were one of their parents, one of their kids. And I loved them to death. Mm. And nothing I won't do for neither one of them. Or I'm just a phone call away. To death.
Yes. Sister Tamara said you did your best, and I'm sure your mother knew that. Tamika says, my dad always said he was proud of you and how you didn't let your childhood destroy you. Yes. Yes, because a lot of people would have used this as a crutch, as an excuse to why they should be out here in the streets, why they should be anything less than who God has called them to be because of their past. But your past does not determine your future. Your circumstances does not determine your future. It's all up to you to make something out of yourself. We can't constantly sit here and blame our parents. We can't blame our siblings. We can't blame nobody else. What you make out of your life is totally up to you. You got to want it for yourself. Sister Tamika say the things we go through makes us stronger. It definitely does.
Yes.
So we're going to fast forward now to adulthood. You're grown, married, and then life hits your mom. She gets sick, and you have the responsibility of taking care of her. And you just told us how, you had end up put her in foster care, and she passed. So your mom passed, and your marriage is not a difficult peak, and you decided to go out drinking. Y'all getting two testimonies here tonight in one session. Two testimonies in one session. So now you're a grown man. And as y'all know, he's a bike rider. He loves his motorcycle. He's in a bike club. And now you're dealing with your marriage. Yes. Tiffany said, Levi used the tool and built a firm family foundation and being committed. George is saying, not knowing your story, I'm super proud of you, Levi, on the man you've become. So now his marriage is rocky at a difficult peak. Tell us, no, we ain't even gonna go there. We're skipping that, but his marriage at a difficult peak. And one night he decided to get on his motorcycle Go out drinking. Tell us about that and tell us the trade it turned it to.
Yeah, went out. well,
What year this was? Now we fast forward. We in 2009 or 2010.
I think it's 2007, 7 or 8.
Okay.
I can remember 7 or 8. Went out to my clubhouse and just having a good time or something like that. Left there and drinking too much, wishing I figured it ain't been enough. But on my bike, like I usually do, we always cut up and act the fool on our bike. That's our enjoyment, having love to ride. And that night, my brothers, club brothers, told me, "Don't go out there showing off. Someone could get hurt, or you could get hurt." Which I, in my mind, said, "Ain't nobody gonna tell me how to ride my motorcycle. This mine. I'll pay for this." And then I end up wrecking that night. I wrecked that night. Couple of them, everybody passed. I wrecked so fast, nobody know I was in the ditch. Oh, uh, I flipped. All I can remember, I know I flipped over 10 times before I end up in the ditch bank. Uh, End up in the ditch bank. My bike in the ditch along with me. I tried to get up. I fell back down and ended up feeling my thigh bone. My thigh bone was sticking through my pants leg. And it ended up, and I tried to crawl out there. My left ankle on my left side, I done kicked the boots off. My ankle fractured. So I ended up lay in the woods a whole nother day, 8 hours to the next day. Cars, people pass by. They, that time of night, people ain't think about looking in no woods or nothing like that. They going about their business. Everybody thought I went home. But I had a serious accident. I was out there all night long. All night long.
So you was in a ditch. He was in a ditch. He wrecked his motorcycle. He was in a ditch. How did you get out that? No, before we ask how did you get out the ditch, what was your experience while you was in the ditch? What happened while you was that night? You spent the night in the ditch. What happened?
Ooh. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Um, God is good. That's all I can say. He's good. Uh, my mom had done passed. Uh, the dress that we lay her down to sleep, put her to sleep in, I saw a white shadow coming down the road. The road is pitch black. All I see is a white shadow coming down the road. The further closer she got to me, you look, I couldn't believe it. It was a picture, it was my mom in the dress we put her down in to sleep. Came closer to me, maybe about 5 feet from my face. She said, "Son." I said, "What, mama? You know who this is?" I said, "This you, mom." And I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe it. And she said, "I want you to preach these 3 words. God, I ain't giving up." She said, "You hear me, son?" I said, "Mama, I hear you." She said, "You preach these 3 words. You'll be just fine." I preached them 3 words all night long to the next morning, all night long. I said, "God, I ain't giving up. God, I ain't giving up." The next morning, the lady was going to her mailbox, checking her mailbox, saw me in the ditch bank. I was covered with ants. Ants been on bite me so much, all I could do was roll my arm, but that's it. It had me all covered up. She said, "Son," she says, "I'll get you help. I'm calling right now and get you help." And she called, and the ambulance came. They didn't looking for me to live.
Wow. 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 Tiffany says, "Oh, that pride put you in that ditch and almost took you out. But God,
Yes.
but God." Sister Kylie, my God. Sister Dwyer, my God. God ain't giving up. Regina says, my God. So yeah, you was in that ditch all night preaching, I ain't giving up, saying I ain't giving up. The lady that who lived in front of the ditch having to walk out and check her mailbox and got you help.
Yes.
So at this time, this happened in Sumter County. So of course you went to Toomey. When you got to Toomey, they end up sending you where?
Columbia.
They end up
They sent me to Columbia because Toomey wasn't a
trauma.
trauma center, so they ended up sending me to Columbia. When they sent me to Columbia, I got there. They did a CAT scan. First thing they did one on my neck. I broke the fourth and the fifth vertebral bone in my neck. Turn around, I fractured my thigh bone on my right leg. On my left ankle, I break that in 4 places. So they done surgery on my neck first, and then turned around and did surgery on my thigh, and they turned around and did surgery on my ankle. And I was in there after they did surgeries. They put me back in the room. I had a feeding tube in my throat, had a neck brace around my neck, had a cast on my right leg, cast on my left ankle. Stayed in the hospital for at least 6 months or better. Stay there. I still couldn't eat. Everything was liquid. It was given in my IV. I couldn't even swallow. Couldn't use my hand because I ain't had no feelings even. No way on my body. I ain't had no feelings. Helpless. They feed me to a tube for 6 months, feeding tube. I couldn't go to the bathroom. I had a bag on it with a tube on it. I was in bad shape. End up,
Go ahead.
End up staying there. After I left there, they sent me to rehab. They brought me back to something then. I was in rehab. Sent me in rehab. I was in rehab. I still couldn't walk. They said I'll never be able to walk again. They say that at the hospital before I left. But they said we're going to send you to rehab.
Yes.
Try to learn you how to walk again. Try. That's what the doctor said. You will try. I still couldn't do anything. Sent me to rehab. I still had the bag on my side. Still had the feeding tube in. I still couldn't eat. I couldn't even chew. Everything was going in IV.
Mm-hmm. Brother Cleo says, whether you knew it or not, your experience humbled a lot of us. I was awake. It was a wake-up call to see you the next day. Tiffany says, wow, I remember when they found you. And just God's mercy. My God. Cleo Powell, yeah. Huge wake-up call. So at this point, you were in the hospital, and you had a visitor came through. His dad happened to show up to the hospital. How he know he's in the hospital? We don't know. We know people call, people talk. But his dad showed up to the hospital. So this was your first. Tell us about what happened when your dad showed up.
My dad showed up. This was my first time seeing him since I left Pinewood. Since I was a little boy. Since I was 5 years old. I was 5 years old.
First time seeing your dad since you were 5 years old. He walked in the hospital room. And what he said?
He walked in the hospital room. He said, son, you know who I am? This is what I say to him. You are my dad. That's you, my damn dad. I know who you is. He said, I just come to check on you. And I say, for what? He said, I just come to check on you. They say you wasn't doing good. And I didn't say anything else. I just sit there and look at him. He had his wife with him. Two more of my siblings he had from his wife there. And they just come to check on me. And I didn't see him but one time. And I've been in rehab for 5 months. I saw him one time and I didn't see him no more.
So he popped up in the hospital, came to see you to check on you. And You ain't heard no more else from him.
No more from it.
No more. You done went through your healing process. So tell us about your healing process.
Okay. Healing process. I still was in rehab. It's after my time was up in rehab, they sent me home.
Mm.
I still couldn't walk. I still couldn't walk. They sent a wheelchair, they sent a walker, and a cane. Nurse come by 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. She learned me how to hold a spoon. I couldn't even hold a plastic spoon in my hand. They had to learn me how to use a spoon, hold a cup, hold my hand up, hold my leg, hold both of my hand up, try to move, because I still didn't had all my feelings in my hand. And my legs, I still ain't had hardly no feelings in my leg. And it took almost 6 months. And they said I would never be able to walk again. And every day, and I asked God, I said, God, I ain't giving up. I asked God, if you pull me through this, if I, it's a story behind this. I told him just like this here. I still had my other bike. I asked God, if I ride down this road, no, I ain't supposed to be on the bike. I tried it anyway. Stumbling, they tried to hide the keys and everything. I got on my bike. I put a chair beside beside the house in my wheelchair. And this is true. This ain't what nobody tell me. I done this. That's how bad I was determined to ride. I got in my wheelchair and got closer to the house, had a picnic table there. I took a chair by the picnic table closer to my bike. I was determined to ride again. I end up getting stand up on the chair with one leg in a cast.
Mm-hmm.
And the leg, in my ankle, I had a cast on my ankle and a neck brace around my neck. And got on that bike. I cranked it up. I put it in first gear with my hand. And my right hand, I hold the clutch in. I got on the bike and went down the road and come back. Went down the road and come back. I said, God, I go down the road and come back. I know I'm a ride again. And Lord's my witness. I done it. And I had a fear I had to get out of me. The fear was I had to get that fear out of me. Because I asked God, I said, if I can't do this, I give it up. I give it up. If I can't go down this road and come back, I give it up. And let me went down that road and come back. I said, thank you. Thank you, God. And yeah, I've been doing it ever since. Ever since. Always God was in my life. All the obstacle I went through, he was still there for me. Even when I give up, he didn't give up on me.
That part right there.
I was trying to give up when I was small. Every day I wanted to be a happy family. I want my family back together. I want us to be back a family again. That's all I've been want. That's all I've been want. A family. Someone I could get and build from and say, this my home, this my family. That's all I've been want. He been good to me. He been good to me. I don't care what nobody say. I know he been good to me. So if he been good to me, he can be good to you too. Trust and believe. Every day ain't gonna be a hard day. And every day ain't gonna be a good day. You got to give it to God and let him do what he got to do. That's all you got to do. Give it to him. He might don't take when he wants you to come. You want him to come, but he there on time. He coming when he feel like it. And he gonna do whatever he gonna do to you when he feel like it. Not when you want to, when he feel like it. You can go, oh, you ain't helping me out. No, he got his right time for it. He got his right time for it. You can pray till your eyes turn red in the face and pot up like the devil. But he's not going to do it until he's ready. Listen to me, till he's ready.
Amen.
Till he is ready.
Amen. It's God's timing. It's God's timing.
And I'm happy. And I'm blessed. I got 2 beautiful daughters, grandson. I'm happy. And 2 more sons. I'm happy. I'm good. And I tell wifey every day, if I leave the day out tomorrow, don't cry over me.
I'm happy. I'm good. And I tell her that every chance. She don't want me to tell her that. I'm happy now. If he take me to Dale tomorrow, I'm good. I'm good. I just want them to be happy. I'm good. Even I bring her good. I didn't clear my conscience.
Amen.
I had a lot of hatred in my heart for my mom and my dad. But I cleared my heart with him too. I had to let that go with him. I had a lot of hatred in my heart for him. How you can leave me and get mad and marry somebody else? But stuff happened like that. But a young child where I came from, it was hard. It was hard. But I never give up. And one day I asked God when after he left, I asked God, I forgive him for it.
Mm.
I can see him right now and talk to him and hug him. I forgive him for it. When I asked God to forgive me for it, relief came out of me. Another wind came in my body and it left. All that hatred I had in for them, it left. It left. And I'm good and I'm happy. I'm very happy.
Amen.
Very happy.
Amen. Lord, I thank God for you. Thank God for giving you the courage to do this here on tonight. Because when you entered into this world, you was already against the odds. The odds was already against you. When you entered in this world, you didn't even stand a chance. But God, for he have already had plans for you. His plans was to prosper you, even through, even though you was born with a birth family, God had plans to have you with an even better one,
Yes.
fit just for you. His plans wasn't to harm you, although you went through some pain, although you hurt, and you still came out on top. His plans is to give you hope and a future. You're still here and you didn't even have the need to do nothing because when you look back over everything you went through and not just the things that you talked about too, but it's so much more. It's so much more. This is only the tip of the iceberg of his testimony. Like I said, this man got 9 lives. He got testimonials. He
Yes.
can keep going.
That's just a little piece. It more. That's just a little bit.
You shouldn't even be here to talk about it now, but God spared you over and over again for this time to give him all the glory. This is his first time he told his story publicly. As a matter of fact, this is the first time he even talked about growing up in the system. I commend you. I'm proud of you because you not only open a door for someone else to walk through, they will know that their circumstances doesn't determine who they are and how far they can go. Your circumstances do not determine how far you can go. But you have to drop some of the weight you have been carrying for many, many years. He's been carrying this weight for many, many, many years. And I can honestly say that tonight it has been a release. It has been a release on you tonight. He's going to feel lighter. When we end this show, as a matter of fact, you probably feel lighter now because he just started flowing. And there ain't nothing but the Holy Spirit working through, and there ain't nothing but God. God wanted to get that off of him and get that out of him. And he did just what he needed to do. So you open your mouth and you let out a release. And I thank God for you tonight. And I thank God for the release. I pray that God have his way and let his will be done. So I encourage anyone that's listening that the circumstances you are facing is not how your story will end. Just get in the posture at the feet of Jesus and don't move until he tells you to move. And when you rise up, it will be a new day. The old things will have done faded away. And know that no matter what odds you're against, you can beat it too. So whatever that circumstances we going through, y'all, just keep on pushing through.
Yeah.
Just keep on pushing through.
Like you said, it ain't gonna be every day ain't gonna be easy. Take it from me. I haven't been there and crying and when a better day coming. You should say when a better day coming. When a better day coming. I wanna be happy. I wanna be happy. And he done that. So just whoever out there, don't give up. Hold your head up and just pray about it. Just pray about it. Just keep asking him. It'll work out. And it'll work out for the best. It will. It'll work out for the best. Work out for the best. Just don't give up. Just say these words like I say. God, I ain't giving up. I promise you. I promise you, it'll be fine. I ain't giving up.
So y'all, we thank y'all for tuning in tonight. I'ma leave with something a little different tonight. When I woke up this morning, he was right there and he was like, it was this song on his spirit this morning. First thing this morning. He was like, do you know what this song right here is? And he started singing little words to it or whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna play this song right here and I hope it bless y'all because ain't nobody get this to him but God because it was in his spirit this morning. So I hope I don't disconnect y'all while I try to do this, but I'm gonna try it. When we do all we can to do what's right, I'm wondering, do you ever have to lay awake and cry all night long? Tell me, won't the Lord help you win this fight? All you got to do, y'all, is just go on the Lord.
I grew up always on the bigger side as a kid. I was always slightly thicker, big boned. That really continued into adulthood.
Contrade is for adults struggling with obesity or who are over.
Slightly thicker, big boned. That really continued into adulthood. Contrade is for adults struggling with obesity or who are over slightly big boned.
The commercial here.
But I want you to know God is still in charge. He's in charge of my life. I'm just holding on. God is still I'm just holding on. Can I tell you one more thing? Michael, I lay awake tonight thinking about all the things has happened upon me. I'm gonna keep my hand in God's hand. Happened upon me. As a wine, He promised to set me free. You know what you can do. Laugh in my face if you want. Talk about me behind my back. It really don't make no difference to me. No, you know why I tell you. I'm praising the man who died and went on home to glory. As a wine, He promised me faithful. He was coming back. All I got to do is go on. As a wine, go on. God is still in charge. I've been knocked down. I've been kicked down. I'm gonna go on. I ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Sometimes I get all by myself and let God is still in charge of my life. Oh, Lord, God is still in charge.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in tonight. And remember that God is still in control of your life. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in.